Hey everyone, jump rope in hand, warming up for a jump rope session by taking a little bit of a jog to the location where I'll be jumping rope. See y'all there soon. Today I'm really going to focus on doing a lot of double unders. I'm going to do many sets of double unders while trying not to accumulate too much fatigue. So what I mean by that is, let's say I can do 100 double unders in a row, 200, 300. Instead of doing sets of that many double unders, I'm going to focus on doing sets of about 25 today. So I'm going to do sets of about 25 double unders, and then I'm going to take rest in between, and then I'm going to keep doing several more sets just like that. Let me show you here. Okay, so there was a set of 25 double unders. The idea was to do those double unders without accumulating too much fatigue. And by doing several sets just like that, I'm going to be reinforcing good technique, getting my body in the habit of doing double unders, using good form. And by doing many sets just like that, I'm going to train my body to become more efficient at doing them, requiring less energy to perform each double under. So I'm just gonna take it easy now, let my heart rate slow down, let my breathing slow down a bit before doing another set. So in between a set like this, you could just sit down as I'm doing now, you could walk around, you could shake out your body, or if you wanted to, you could even just continue to jump rope using, say, the boxer skip at a slow pace until you feel ready to perform another set of double unders. Where this technique could come in handy for you is, let's say you have a goal of doing 20 double unders. At the moment, you can do 10 in a row before fatigue sets in or before the rope gets stuck in your legs or your feet. What you can do is, instead of doing sets of 10, decrease that in half. So perform sets of 5 double unders, but perform many of those in a given session. So if your goal is to do 20 double unders in a row, you could perform 100 double unders in a session consisting of sets of 5 double unders. You could even do more than 100 if you want. Break them down into smaller increments. And then practice like that for a couple of weeks, and then take a few days off, let your body totally recover, and then try to do double unders again. And I bet you'll be able to perform more than 10 in a row, maybe even close to 20. All right, so it's a great technique. I'm doing those double unders there, I'm trying to stay nice and relaxed. I'm not trying to tense my neck or my jaw. I'm trying to keep my face relaxed, keep my arms relaxed. As you can see, my upper arms are close to the sides of my body. I was trying to largely spin the rope using my wrists, my hands, and the elbows will be involved too. Trying to just keep my breathing relaxed while I was doing those. And trying to remove any tension in the body. If you're tense, you're just going to waste energy unnecessarily, and it'll make it harder to perform the action. So I'm just going to loosen up my body here. So I could quite easily go into another set of those double unders right now, but the idea of this type of workout is I'm not trying to, as I said, accumulate too much fatigue. Instead, I'm trying to practice the motion, the move of the double under. Just get into the habit of doing them again, trying to do several repetitions with ample rest in between. And that's the name of the game here today. And then after I do several of these sets, I'll also go into some freestyle skipping for fun. Okay, so as I was saying there about trying to stay relaxed, even if you're doing, let's say, a relatively intense jump rope move or physical activity, I can even almost keep a little bit of a smile on your face to keep your face relaxed, and it can almost trick your brain into thinking, hey, this isn't so bad what I'm doing at the moment, otherwise why would I be smiling? (2026), the new year, just around the corner. I wonder if you got any big plans ahead, or perhaps you have a couple big goals that you would love to accomplish, things that you want to focus on maybe throughout the year. Maybe it's a big running race, maybe your first half marathon, maybe even a marathon, for example. Maybe you have your sights on climbing a high mountain, so you're maybe doing some jump rope or a lot of running to work towards building up the fitness so that you can complete that hike. Always nice to have a few things in mind to accomplish in any year. Maybe you have a big trip planned or that you want to take, so maybe you're gonna work on maybe saving some money for that trip. Oftentimes, looking forward to doing an activity is really rewarding in and of itself. I should say, if you're doing a type of workout like this, which involves quite a lot of volume spread out over several sets, if you need to take a couple of days off before doing another workout like this, it's all good. A few days to rest, recover, let your body, your brain kind of learn the move while you rest. It's often a very good idea. It's amazing. You know, I remember when I was trying to learn to do the triple under for the first time. It took me about a year. And the very first time I learned it was actually after taking a bit of a break from practicing triple unders. It was almost as if my body and my brain were trying to process and learn the move during that downtime. Make a mistake like that, or the rope gets stuck in your feet, it's all good. Begin again.